Oh, this is better. And I see you're already making yourself at home. That must be that priest of Mara. I'll give him a wide berth for now. And it seems the inn already has a bard. Well, hopefully she won't mind me stealing the spotlight a bit. Ah, good evening.
Need a room? Don't worry. Nightmares don't seem to happen for travelers.
Well, that's nice, but I'm already having nightmares, so I'm not sure it'll make much difference to me. Any news or rumors floating about?
Here, take a look at this for details.
Interesting. I'll take a look at that in a little bit. Anything else that you can tell me more specific than handing me a note?
Here, take a look at this for details.
No, okay. Okay, you're not much of a talker, I see. So, I see that you already have a bard here, but I was hoping that you might want some, variety in your entertainment. Alright. And while we're at it, let's take a look at what you have for sale.
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
I have plenty of food, but it's always polite to buy something from the inn where you're staying. And this might give us a little bit of variety. Speaking of variety. Also, it would be good to get some more ingredients. The elves ear, I don't really need it for its alchemical properties, but it's good for some recipes. And so is the frost miriam. Garlic, that's good. White caps. And I can always use salt, though I do have an awful lot of that already. I'm not sure I ought to buy any more right now. And you know what? I will take a bottle of Alto wine for later. Thank you.
See ya.
Ah. Hello, friend.
I envy you travelers. Dreams aren't affecting anyone not from here.
So, do you work here all day?
Yes. Ever since my mother died a few winters ago. I play songs and help with the drinks when I have the time.
And where did you learn to play?
My mother taught me. She was a bard from the college in Solitude.
I see.
I hear they accept most people who apply, if you're ever interested.
Accepting most people who apply. On the one hand, it's good for education to be widely available. On the other hand, I've heard that it's a more prestigious place than what the bards here have led me to believe. Well, in any case, why don't you take a break, and I'll play a little bit of music this evening too. And perhaps we can even swap songs later.
Sure. My voice could use a rest.
All right. Let me put my shield away if I'm going to play some music. And I really ought to keep my lute close at hand. Now, what do I want to play today? I'm not sure if any of these Altmer songs would go over well here. But it does seem that that priest over there is a Dunmer, so maybe he would appreciate some songs from Morrowind. How about this one?
About the service?
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
don't even try, girl. Believe me, parents do not like their children matchmaking for them. Whoa. I really ought to take a closer look at my sword. I think it needs some sharpening, but I suppose the inn's probably not the best place to do that. Huh. So, what did you think?
Need a room? Don't worry. Nightmares don't seem to happen for travelers.
Well, I'm done with my performance now. Alright.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Thank you. Is it that one over there? Ah,
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
thank you. Wow, it's quite, roomy. And there's even a book here that I can read before I go to bed. Though it's not quite time to go to bed yet. I see some other people are coming in. Perhaps I'll play again once the inn fills up a little bit more. Didn't really have much of an audience for the first performance. Let's just sit here, relax a bit. Maybe take a look at this notice. Oh, it's a bit out of date. But there were those other flyers and notes to read. Let's see. There's this note. My sister's run off again. The last time she said she was headed towards Snow Point Beacon to do a bounty. If she's dead, I want you to bring back her coin purse. She owes me rent. Baytild. Snow Point Beacon. Might be worth investigating. And then there was some other note or flyer or something, I thought. Ah, here. To whom it may concern, miners have reported strange activities in the forests west of Stonehills. Carriages to and from the area should proceed with caution. Alright, we're going to be heading in that direction once we leave Dawnstar, so that's good to be aware of. Let's take a look at the map, though. See what it is exactly we should be looking out for. This is at Snow Point Beacon. Well, I don't know, we may head up there. And then Stonehills is on the way to Morthal. So we'll probably be passing through there after we deal with that Horker. I haven't seen Colin around, so I suppose she's probably camping out. I should probably get something to eat. Let's see. Have a drink of that Alto wine. And... some of this charred meat. I may as well make a dent in it, though it's not all that appetizing. It makes me thirsty, though. That's the other problem. That Alto wine really warms me up. Well, let's go have a chat with this other patron over here. Good afternoon.
These dreams are real, I tell you. Real!
Oh yes, we met outside, didn't we? I don't know. Perhaps I should have a talk with this priest. Hello, brother.
What troubles you, my daughter?
So I've heard that you were sent here by Lady Mara to reassure people about these nightmares that are going on. So what's wrong with everyone around here?
The entire town is being plagued by horrible nightmares. They're in serious danger, but I'm afraid there's little I can do about it.
Danger? But... dreams aren't real, so what could you do anyway?
These dreams are manifestations created by the Daedric Lord, Vermina.
I'm sorry, what?
She has an awful hunger for our memories. In return, she leaves behind nightmares. Not unlike a cough marks a serious illness. I must end her terrible influence over these people before the damage becomes permanent.
But it's just nightmares. What could a Daedric Lord have to do with them? You have a plan, though?
I need to return to the source of the problem, to Nightcaller Temple. Perhaps you'd be willing to assist me in that regard.
What do you mean, return? You've been there before?
I've already said too much. If anyone overhears what we're saying, it could start a panic.
I see.
I would simply ask that you trust me and help me end Dawnstar's nightmares.
I'd never seen my husband fight so bravely.
And I suppose you're asking me because I'm a stranger here and thus apparently unaffected by the nightmares? I don't know how much help I can be, but you're a priest of Mara. So, I'll trust you. How can I help?
Wonderful. My Lady Mara will be quite pleased. Nightcaller Temple is only a short walk from Dawnstar. Come, we must hurry.
Wait a second. You don't think it's a good idea to go tonight, do you? I mean, I suppose if we don't go now, that's another night of nightmares for these people, but... isn't it better to be rested ourselves first before we go and deal with this problem? If we're gonna do this, I suggest going in the morning instead. But what you can do tonight is tell me about this Vermina. I can't say I'm very familiar with most of the Daedric princes. Certainly not this one.
Vermina resides in a strange realm known as Quagmire, a nightmarish land where reality shifts upon itself in seemingly impossible ways. From her citadel at the center, she reaches forth to collect our memories, leaving nothing in return, apart from visions of horror and despair.
Oh, that's pleasant. What would she do with these memories anyway?
Who can say? Perhaps she collects them for display like works of art in a nonsensical art gallery. Whatever the case may be, her intentions are far from benevolent.
Benevolent. So that would put her at odds with Lady Mara, wouldn't it? Mara is all about benevolence. Well, listen. I'm going to get as good a night's sleep as I can. Hopefully what they're saying is true and that I won't be affected by these nightmares since I'm just a traveler. But, well, I'll meet you in the morning, and then we can see what we can do about this.
I promise to answer all of your questions. Follow me.
I'll meet you in the morning. I'm really not going out there tonight. Alright. Hello there.
I take it you think I'm the captain of the Sea Squall? It must be the beard.
No, I'm...
Hate to disappoint you, but not every person who wears a beard is a rugged leader of men. Some of us are just ruggedly handsome. No, the one you want to talk to is the boy, Captain Leaf Wayfinder.
Yes, I've met him already. Though, I must say, it isn't really a man's beard, is it? But strength and bravery that makes a good sea captain. At least I would imagine.
The old captain was like that. A born slave and ugly as a ghoul, with her bosom that touched her toes.
Okay.
Okay, he finally offed the hag and left us with the boy. Although I can't say I enjoy looking at the travesty he wears in his face.
And what exactly is wrong with Captain Wayfinder's beard? To be honest, I couldn't really tell what it looked like underneath that awful helmet he was wearing.
Well, have you seen it? The thing makes him look like some sort of diseased owl. I know the youth like to style their beards. You got kids today with moustaches and mutton chops, forks and sparrows, puffs and patches. Well, I say mutton chops are for mutton heads. Forked beards mean forked tongues. And whatever the captain is sporting is worse than all of them.
You don't seem to respect the captain very much, nor do the rest of his crew for that matter.
I don't have to respect the boy to like him. He inherited the shit from his hag-raven of a mother, and was nothing short of a miracle.
Wait, you say you like the captain? You seem to hold the minority opinion here.
I do. I've served under a few captains in my day, and most of them were unruly taskmasters. Fortunately, the boy is as soft as seaweed. Grew up on land with his father, some coin counter for the East Empire Company. So the boy has no experience at sea, and even less with men. He doesn't like raising his voice or telling the crew what to do.
Is that a good thing? I take it his mother would not put up with a milk drinker, as they say, for a son.
Sure, if his mother were here, she'd tell him to be assertive, confident. The boy certainly tries to be, and some days he halfway gets there. Only being halfway confident is like being halfway pregnant. All I have to do is complain a bit, and he'll fold faster than a torn sail. It's a good thing, too. The boy is too scared of Ravam, and he doesn't like pushing Guthrum in his old age. That just leaves me.
So... seems like you're taking advantage of him. Though I will admit, he does seem a bit green for a captain.
Greener than pond scum, and just as wet behind the ears. The boy needs a bloody chart just to find his crotch.
Now that takes talent. But he can't possibly be that bad.
The other day, he got the lover and the shadow mixed up, and Nearly sailed us right into a glacier teeming with ice wraiths.
Ouch.
Guthrum smacked the boy and took the helm. The place was a sudden death trap. I almost would have preferred the captain sail us into oblivion. One of these days he just might.
Wow. Boy or not, though, if he hears you talking like that, he can replace you in a second, if you aren't careful.
That's not likely. It takes stones to strip a man of his livelihood. It's like killing someone, only you have to look them in the eye. It's you and you alone has to tell him his children will starve. You have to stand before him, man to man, and tell him he has to sell his wife to a stronghold to spend the rest of her life as some orc love slave.
I don't think the orcs actually do that.
He wants to be liked. He cares too much. We aren't sailors to him. We're family.
You don't seem to care very much for that opinion. What exactly is wrong with seeing your crew as family?
Nothing good ever came out of caring. There is two ways to happiness in this world. One's bitter and cold and comes in a bottle. The other is just learning to be cold.
I don't agree. I mean, certainly there are things that hurt in this world, but apathy can deprive you not only of pain, but also of joy.
Well, having emotions is like gambling or investing in a shop. Ravam's betting on pride. If he becomes a captain someday, all that bitterness and envy he feels now will pay off. If he doesn't, well, he'll start to resent himself as much as he resents the world.
And what about the other sailors?
Guthrum's invested in romance. The old Horker wants one last voyage, and if it doesn't come, it'll only leave him regretful and unfulfilled. Our boss, he's made his wager too. The ship's his mother's, and Captain Thumbsucker, as Rathan likes to call him, is a sentimental boy.
And how exactly is he sentimental? I mean, I can understand what you said about him being soft, but what's the sentiment?
He wants to walk the same path as the old wench, and if he fails, no amount of pity will brighten his spirits.
I can understand that.
On the other hand, if you don't care whether you succeed or fail, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy some cold mead. By admitting you can't win, a man can never lose.
That's a really lousy attitude. Listen, perhaps we can speak later, but I have to make an early morning of it, so good evening to you.
Until next time.
Uh-huh. Where are you going? Excuse me. Excuse me, that is my room. Great. Well, doesn't seem like there's anyone else to talk with in here. Oh wait, there's Frida. Hello.
No, I don't have anything for bad dreams, so don't ask.
No, I was just seeing how you're doing this evening.
All right then.
What time do you think it is? Late. Ah, good. He's vacating my room. Alright. Well, here goes nothing. Let's hope that those nightmares really don't affect travelers. Good night, Garm. Let's go for a good 8 hours. I'll be waking up a little bit later than I'd prefer, but Well, that's alright. What was... Oh, okay. Just a dream. I see Frida's still awake. Or perhaps she's been having bad dreams too, like everyone else here. Though I'm not sure that I can actually blame that dream on this whole Vermina business, considering I've been having the same nightmare, well, almost every night since I've been here. I've been trying not to pay attention to it, but I guess thinking about nightmares, well, just made it worse. And that's not helping, to be honest. I'd better try and get back to sleep. See if I can get some more rest before the morning and the work that's to be done.